Today's Consumer Alert takes a look at heavy metals in baby food. A new California law mandates that baby food makers test for heavy metals and make the results public. But here's the problem. Some baby food manufacturers have made those results really tough to find. So, Consumer Reports did some research exposing the manufacturers that make finding those test results easy and those that don't. Your baby eats far more than you do. Yep, when you consider her body mass, she's eating 3 times as much food as you are. That's why heavy metals can potentially have a profound effect on your baby's brain and development. But there was no way to know the levels in your baby's food until the passage of California Assembly Bill 899.
It benefits people living across the country because of that disclosure transparency requirement.
I'm standing in the baby food aisle. I can get that jar of baby food, scan the QR code, and I can find this information.
Exactly. You should be able to easily find the test results.
Note Jessica said should, but a study done by Consumer Reports and Unleaded Kids found that's not always the case.
We looked at 39 different baby food brands for their transparency and how easy they make these results to find. We found that 16 brands were making their results very straightforward and easy to access. We found that 21 brands, however, the majority, were not making them that easy.
They require you to enter a lot code, UPC code, or a best buy date. Can you imagine how long you'd be standing here in the baby food aisle to try to thumb in all of that information? Not only that, there are 2 companies that posted absolutely nothing at all. And here's another issue. Gerber is one of the companies that the study found to be transparent. I was able to easily find the heavy metals in these pureed carrots. There's 4 parts per billion of lead, 1 of arsenic, 1 of mercury, and 13 of cadmium. But is that good or bad?
Has the FDA established thresholds for, we know they have for lead, but have they established thresholds for cadmium, mercury, arsenic?
Not yet. Those are still draft in progress.
That's a problem. How is a parent supposed to put this information in context if our own FDA hasn't even established the maximum levels of heavy metals allowed?
Some brands have offered context in looking at the European Union levels.
In fact, a baby manufacturer recently made headlines by announcing they've adopted the EU standards for heavy metals in baby food. Little Spoon, a company based right here in New York. But even with more transparency, limiting the heavy metals in your baby's food is still largely up to you. Now, I provided the thresholds the European Union has established for heavy metals in baby food on our website. So when you're standing there in the baby food aisle and you can scan that QR code, you now have some perspective about how much is too much. I've also provided a link to Consumer Reports' full article. All of that on our website, WHEC.com.